This is a story about a thing that happened to me one night some months ago. It kind of like a nightmare or a bad dream. I call it a reason to cry. The other night, in the wee hours of the morning, long before daylight, I woke up with a start. It was a kind of awakening that shocks you awake and you wonder what caused it. I felt a strange quiver come over me that made me have a deep and sudden emotion. I tried to figure out what was so wrong that would make me feel this way. It was like something very far away, and I felt a deep sadness and sorrow. Why was I having this feeling that seemed to come from a dark place, giving a feeling like I had done something wrong? It made me feel guilty. As I lay there, my mind began to bring forth thoughts of other times and other places. So many times, so many places, and so many faces. They just raced through my mind. Then came thoughts of something I had done or said to hurt somebody, like I was going to meet that person. Suddenly, my body jerked, and I began to cry with deep, short sobs, and tears came into my eyes. Just as sudden, I thought of our two daughters and how I missed them so very much. I cried for their two sons and how I know they missed their mothers. Then I cried with joy for the daughter and the two sons we still have with us. I shuddered and cried as I thought of all the wonderful grandchildren and how so very lucky we are to have their love and affection. I began to think of people I had known that did not have children to love and to cherish. I cried for my father, who never knew how to love or to accept the love of a son or a daughter. And I cried for the mother that lost her young or newborn child. I cried for the grandfathers who never held his grandson in his arms and never had praise and companionship that happens between young boys and old men. I cried for my wife, who will never get over the loss of our two daughters, even though we have the love and affection of our children we still have. I have no idea how long I lay there, but when all these things began to subside and the tears began to go away, I felt like I had been on a long journey that had led me far, far away. Then after a while, I turned over and tried to go back to sleep. Now I would like to thank the producer of this, who's done a fine job, and he is my honored friend and son-in-law. Thank you, Chuck.